Hey there everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Speedrun The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode we got here to the entrance of the 5th dungeon, and in this episode we are going to be taking it on. So let's get started. So here you want to skip the text by equipping your sword, and jump up here, just kind of spin slash them. Sometimes you can get him by doing that. That enemy can be quite annoying. He never shows me his butt. I just want him to show me his butt. So, first things first, we just kind of jump over here. And the goal is just to push these two rocks together. Gather the small key, and save and quit. That's an example where you would have used, the Mambo's Mambo in the any percent. So, next we just go up to the north here, come here and wait for them to gather. Now, next we have a fight with a Stalfos. You can skip his initial text by charging up a sword slash, waiting for him to fall down, and hitting him like that. Now we equip our bomb arrows and fire 3 right at him, and that's it. And now we equip sword and bombs for the next Stalfos fight. There are 4 fights in all before you have to, before you get the dungeon item from him. So here we just have to come reset this. Now do the same thing. Hit this switch to unlock the door. And now here, it's an interesting thing. You want to set the bomb kind of where I set it around, and I use a musical cue as soon as it has the... I don't know, it's really difficult to describe. So just kind of observe and pay close attention to when I set it in relation to the music. So that's kind of how you take down the second and third Stalfos fights. You do the same kind of thing. So you drop the bomb, spin him into the corner, drop another bomb, and there you go. It saves time because then you don't have to go into your equip menu and equip bomb arrows. In the in the black and white version, the save and quit menu. Oh, I was supposed to equip the feather to jump over that guy. The saving or the item menu is much faster, so it doesn't really waste any time. So here we just want to take out the Zols, wait for him to jump, do that. Same thing in this room. So there you go, and now you want the bracelet and feather. And head down here. So we just want to wait for the bloopers right here for a split second so they go over us, and we jump up here. So this trick is an interesting one. It's similar to the one with the piece of heart earlier, where you charge up the boots. What they want you to do is actually get the hook shot first and pull that out and walk across it. But if you set it up kind of like this, I look at his right foot, kind of generally speaking where it is. And I do the same audio cue. This one is a lot more difficult. It's not that difficult, but it does take some practice and some working on to get it consistently, and sometimes I miss it, so here we go. So sometimes that can happen if you jump a little too early, and that can happen if you don't jump late enough. So, like I said, it can take some finagling. There you go. So that's kind of just how you want to do it. Save and quit when you get the boss key, and there you go. And then what we want to do here is same thing as before. Get through here. We just want to go back to where we were at before, actually. Because to the left of the room where we got the key, It was empty before, but it is no longer empty now that we've fought that Stalfos several times. Yeah. So this guy takes 3 hits instead of 2 like the second and third one. So it's the same kind of thing. Just hit him with 3 bomb arrows, stand above where he is, and we get the hook shot. So now once we finish that animation, we save and quit once more. And we want to equip the hook shot and the sword. Actually, no. Hook shot and the feather. Sorry about that. And our first order of business actually is to come right here, get this chest because it contains 200 rupees. Which is quite nice. We're going to need that for the final ocarina song later on in the game. Here, the hookshot makes nice quick work of these skeletons. And now we want to head to this staircase right here to take on the boss. Here's another little cameo from Mario games. So here, just kind of want to take out these guys with the hookshot. Jump over here. Here's another fun little trick. You're supposed to go through a series of caves, come out that exit, and use a small key. But if you do it right and you jump over this pit, you can actually hookshot while you're kind of balancing like that before falling into a pit, and you can come right here. So here we have the boss. You need the hookshot and the sword. This is actually an example where the red tunic is slower because if with the knockback effect, you actually it's very, very difficult to two-phase the boss. I think it's possible. Some people don't think it's possible. I think it is possible because I have gotten 4 hits in one phase before, which is all it takes is 8 hits. But it's much, much, much more difficult. So, so yeah, here we go. So definitely want to skip this text because it is quite a long text box. And now we just kind of follow around. This one is very heavily RNG. It's totally random what hole the boss is going to come out of. And sometimes you can just get trolled like that. So yeah, sometimes it can just be a nightmare. Like this. This would be considered a pretty bad fight. See, I couldn't get 4 hits in because of that. But I have in the past. Oh, that was my bad. Here we go. So, that was the boss. And now if you stand up here, you can actually use the hookshot to save a little bit of travel time by getting that heart container. And now we get the Wind Marimba. So that was it for the 5th dungeon. And in the next episode, we are going to have a good bit more collecting to do before we reach the entrance to actually the 8th dungeon, not the 7th dungeon. We're going to sequence break a little bit here because it's a little faster and it saves time on the last boss of the 7th dungeon. So until then, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next one.